They didn't steal gold, they stole something far rarer, our minds. They didn't need masks or crowbars, they only needed time. And they took it quietly, not in a single night, but over centuries, piece by piece, belief by belief. A theft so subtle, most never noticed. The greatest theft in history wasn't of money or land. It was the slow, silent hijacking of our ability to think. The power to question, to reason, to doubt. Stolen until most people forgot they ever had it. Common sense, once humanity's greatest weapon, is now a relic. By the time we noticed, the locks weren't on our doors, they were on our minds. Piece by piece, belief by belief, we outsourced what used to be obvious. Today, the simplest questions feel controversial and the most basic answers feel dangerous. Common sense didn't vanish. It was engineered out of reach and relabeled as rebellion. Look closely at the blueprint and you'll see the same pattern everywhere. Distraction is cheaper than debate. If you're always scrolling, you're never still enough to test an idea against reality. If your day is packed with noise, you'll never hear your own reasoning arrive. Education no longer sharpens common sense, it programs belief. It doesn't challenge you to question, it trains you to obey. Lying is not a flaw anymore. It's a tactic, a way to gain power, sell illusions, and manipulate belief. We lie to each other. We lie to ourselves. Media, built to inform, learned that outrage travels faster than accuracy. The headline became the meal. The story became seasoning. When was the last time you challenged the story and decided it was not worth keeping? When did you follow a belief all the way back to where you picked it up and put it down because the source failed the test? The heist only worked because we cooperated with it. We accepted frictionless answers. There is a reason the architects of control fear ordinary people using ordinary logic. Common sense neutralizes theatrics. It asks unglamorous questions like who benefits and compared to what. Common sense compares the promise to the price tag. It peels the label off and reads the ingredients. It doesn't hate institutions. It simply refuses to worship them. If this feels heavy, good weight builds strength. Common sense is a muscle you rebuild in reps. Pause, verify, trace, test. It won't make you invincible, but it will make you less useful to anyone relying on your confusion. You'll be harder to bait, slower to panic, quicker to adapt. There is power in saying, I learned something, I adjusted. The world will try to make you pick a permanent side because permanent customers are predictable. Find your footing in reality, not in the crowd. Stand on what holds up under scrutiny and be willing to move when the ground is better elsewhere. Teach this to the next generation, not with speeches, but with habits. Maybe much of what we were taught to trust was never truly meant to set us free. And perhaps the real question isn't whether something was taken from us, but whether we're willing to take it back. Remember, if trends arrive as truth and demand immediate agreement, it probably hasn't earned it. If it punishes questions, it probably can't survive them. If a trend sells identity before it sells evidence, it's recruiting, not informing. Common sense doesn't build walls, it tears them down. The manipulation will keep evolving. The scripts may get smoother, the performance is more persuasive, but the cure doesn't change. Treat certainty like fire, useful but dangerous when it spreads without control. You may lose some applause and a few comforting illusions when you reclaim your common sense, but that's a trade worth making. Illusions drain you, but reality enriches you. And when your mind finally belongs to you again, you'll find peace in the silence of your own thoughts. They didn't steal our common sense because they were brilliant. They stole it because we stopped guarding it. We left the gate open and called it progress. We mistook repetition for understanding and volume for truth. You can walk the key back to the lock. It's not dramatic, it's daily. It looks like finishing the article before you share it. It looks like asking, how do we know? This isn't a call to paranoia. It's a call to proportion, trust but measure, hope but verify, participate but keep your footing. If the world feels upside down, that's not a prophecy. It's a prompt. Turn something right side up in your lane. Light one room with sanity. Refuse to be bait. Refuse to be a megaphone for noise. Refuse to rent your judgment to the highest bidding narrative. They didn't steal gold. They took something far more precious. Your mind, your common sense, your ability to think for yourself. But theft only holds if the owner never returns. Come back to yourself. Reclaim the habit of thinking in plain language. Recover the confidence to say, that doesn't add up, even when a crowd says it does. When you do, you'll notice something quietly miraculous. The fog doesn't fight you. It recedes. The room grows larger. The windows open. You can hear your own voice again, not as an echo of the feed, but as a witness to the world. That sound, your unpurchased judgment, is what they hoped you'd never recover, but it will make you whole. And wholeness is rarer than agreement. It's rarer than gold. It is, in the end, the treasure the thieves hoped you would never come looking for. This is LadyStringers. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you more than you know. Keep questioning, keep seeking. Stay bold, stay awake. Your awareness starts here. Subscribe and keep questioning everything they told you. Be a stringer, investigate, research, and remember the truth. Like, share, and subscribe. See you in episode 5.